My name is Gary Jablonski. I work for Ford Motor Company. I'm manager for product development for entertainment and communication systems.
Now, Gary, I understand you've got a exclusive agreement with Microsoft for something called InSync.
Not InSync, just Sync.
Oh, and not the kitchen sink.
And not the kitchen sink.
So it must be a different sync.
It's Sync, S-Y-N-C. It's a joint technology development between Microsoft and Ford. And between the creative engineers at Microsoft and the engineers who work for my team, we think we finally found the way to join the car, the personal computer, and all of the gadgets that customers carry around with them. Phones, PDAs, and music players like iPod.
Great. Let's see how it works.
Well, the easiest way to think about Sync is that we've put a personal computer into the car. And just like your computer at home has software that makes it useful, Sync requires software as well. So when we launch Sync later this year, we'll be able to do hands-free phone features, hands-free text messaging features, as well as a voice-operated iPod interface. So I can show you a couple of those.
So now I have a phone, I have iPod, I have all of these things. So I need all of my little remotes to do this, or do you have it all in the nav system?
Sync has been designed to take all of the devices you currently own and make them function as if they were part of the car. So you still need to bring them to the car with you. But unlike other solutions today, for iPods, pretty much the common solution is a wire that plugs into a headphone jack. And then you still need to use your iPod to find the songs that you want.
Right.
I'll show you in a minute that once you plug your iPod into Sync, you don't need to touch it again. All of the controls for your music are going to be through the radio, or even better yet, by voice. So
it's almost like sitting at home in your really comfy chair and having one remote for everything.
That's right.
Perfect. Let's
That's
watch.
Right. So the first thing I can demonstrate, at the moment I've got an iPod plugged in and we're just listening to some music off the iPod. Now this black phone is my personal phone. It's Bluetooth enabled and it also supports Bluetooth text messaging. So if I got into the car, this could stay in my pocket, it could stay in your purse, you could throw it in the back seat. It connects automatically and wirelessly to the vehicle, so you don't need to worry about that. I have a second phone in the vehicle, and I just use it to send myself a text message. And if you can get a close-up of what's on the screen there, among the other things in this message are some text message shorthand, so it has LOL in it for laughing out loud, and CUL8R for see you later. Customers are going to find that the engineers that worked on Sync were pretty creative, and they're going to find little things in all the features that are kind of unique. And you're going to hear in just a second that Sync is smart enough to understand text message shorthand and read it correctly back to us. So I'm going to push send, and we'll see the message leave my smartphone. So it just left, and on the radio display in just a second, we'll see it arrive at the car. There it is. And so the radio is telling me, and Sync is telling me, that a message from someone named Ford was just sent. And if I wanted to listen to it, I just push the OK button that's on the steering wheel, and Sync's going to read the message back to us.
How did Carlist.com like Sync? I have to get one for my Ford, laughing out loud. Check out www.syncmaride.com. I will see you later.
And so you no longer need to find your phone and try to read the tiny display on your phone to see what that text message said. Sync will read it back to you. And if it was a message that you wanted to have a simple reply to, if you just push the OK button on the steering wheel, Sync is going to ask us if we want to send a reply to that message. And Sync includes 15 pre-canned messages. It's kind of common on phones. You can send back yes, no, I'll be late, meetings canceled, can't talk right now. And so if you want to send one of those messages back to the person who just sent you the text message, you just push OK. And Sync will send that message back to the user. So enables the driver to carry on a very simple text message kind of conversation without having to fumble for their device.
Now, can you make up your own 15 canned answers?
We have in the works, it'll either be available at launch or shortly after launch, a web application. So at the dedicated website for Sync, syncmyride.com, customers will be able to go there, type the 15 messages that they want in their vehicle. They'll load them on a little USB thumb drive and bring those to the vehicle and plug them into the USB port, and Sync will automatically update. So you can make the 15 messages anything you want.
And when do you have the first vehicle coming out with Sync?
Sync launches later this year, in the fall of this year. It's launching on 12 Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln products. Everything from our new 2008 Ford Focus, all the way up to our most recent link in the MKX.
And how long do you have this exclusivity with Microsoft?
The exclusive relationship between Ford and Microsoft is at least a year, so it's basically until the end of 2008.
And then we can expect to see, I'm sure, because this sounds like a success to me.
We expect our competition will be scrambling to catch up once our exclusive relationship is over.
Gary, thank you very much.